Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
The driver of the car that hit me is uninsured. Can I still make a claim? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
How long will it take to settle my car accident case? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Griffin with a message from the Centerpoint Police Department about our Explorer program. If you're between 14 and 21 years of age and are interested in a career in law enforcement, the Explorer program at CPPD might be just the program for you. Explorers will learn about all aspects of police work through ride-alongs, training sessions, and an annual competition with other youth participants. Visit us at the Centerpoint Police Department or call 541-664-5578 to learn more about how to get yourself signed up for this fun program. Centerpoint Police Department. Dedicated service, committed to excellence.
We think in our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got Grand Champion, and today I got Reserve Grand Champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherm coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Hello and welcome to sports fans. This live video streaming event of Table Rock Sports Productions. I'm Jeff Lang alongside Jason Brewster. Come to you live from Thurston High School in Springfield, Oregon. Thanks for joining us tonight. Powered by Lithia Superstore Game of the Week and U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Today featuring the Traveling Crater Comets and the hometown Thurston Colts. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Springfield School District and our participating community business partners. Be sure to download the new version, our free app. Watch all Table Rock Sport Network events on your phone, tablet, PC, or anywhere you can connect for free. We also invite fans to check out all the features on TableRockSports.net, where you can find easy access to live streaming events, Southern Oregon Sports Spotlight, and our new feature, the Alumni Watch. Again, tonight's coverage brought to you by our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore on Highway 62, and General Manager Jason Lawrence. Browse online at lithiasuperstore.com and then come in and work with the outstanding staff. Thanks to our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore.
Table Rock Sports is also pleased to welcome a new sponsor this winter, Schlesinger and de Villeneuve Attorneys PC. They specialize in the areas of personal injury, workers' compensation, medical malpractice, wrongful death, and other claims, and have offices in Salem, Eugene, Roseburg, Grants Pass, Medford, and Klamath Falls.
Again, Jeff Lang alongside Jason Brewster. Happy to be with you on this. It is Friday night in Springfield, and it's senior night at Thurston High School. Those seniors for the Colts, Santino Stranieri, Brendan Scott, Wesley Comer, Alex Deller, and Grant Stark.
Boy, football fans will recognize those names, huh?
Those Crater Comets fans watching down south will recognize particularly the names of Stark, Stranieri, and Comer. They're both, all three of them were two-way all-state players. And
that's right, and they wreaked havoc on the Comets each time they met.
That's right, so we'll see if the Comets can wreak havoc here on the hardwood tonight. So we got a good one for you. Coach Blaine Libator for the Thurston Colts comes in with a total record of 9-13. Don't let that deceive you. They're 6-8 in the Midwestern League, ranked number 18 in OSAA, and they're battling for their lives as they close out the season here with Crater at home and Thurston on the road on Tuesday. We'll talk a bit more about that, but we've got about 8 minutes left till tip as both teams here continue warm up on both ends of the court. So we're going to take a quick break. Hear a few good words from our sponsors. We'll be right back on TableRockSports.net.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on LithiaSuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
I saw a parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
Hello, I'm Lennox Scott, Chairman and CEO of John O. Scott Real Estate. In 1931, my grandfather started John O. Scott Real Estate. I would like to take a moment to thank you for your trust in allowing us to serve your real estate needs. Helping you realize your home ownership dreams is why we do what we do. But one thing is clear, it takes place one client at a time, each individual buyer or seller, because at the end of the day, it comes down to you. The past few years have been an incredible time of growth for us. We now have over 110 offices and more than 3,000 broker associates in the states of Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and California. But our higher purpose is living life as a contribution.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Griffin with a message from the Centerpoint Police Department about our Explorer program. If you're between 14 and 21 years of age and are interested in a career in law enforcement, the Explorer program at CPPD might be just the program for you. Explorers will learn about all aspects of police work through ride-alongs, training sessions, and an annual competition with other youth participants. Visit us at the Centerpoint Police Department or call 541-664-5578 to learn more about how to get yourself signed up for this fun program. Centerpoint Police Department. Dedicated service, committed to excellence.
We think in our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got grand champion, and today I got reserve grand champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. And the program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherb coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
The driver of the car that hit me is uninsured. Can I still make a claim? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
How long will it take to settle my car accident case? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
And welcome back to Thurston High School. Jeff Lang alongside Jason Brewster at Thurston High School tonight for the final regular season game for the Crater Comets.
Thurston, on the other hand, Jeff, they have to run the gauntlet for their last two games. Thurston kind of on the bubble still to get a chance to play in the postseason, but they have Crater, the number 2 team in the state, and then Churchill, the number 1 team in the state, for their last 2 games, so that's just a bad draw.
Well, don't feel sorry for this Thurston Colt team too much, Jason. We've had some battles over the last 3 years with this team, both here and at Crater High.
And we've talked about it, Jeff. I mean, the thing about Thurston is Thurston High School has a winning tradition. They win championships. In fact, between Thurston and Crater, we've talked about this a little bit last year. They really shared in a lot of the state championships over the last few years in several sports.
Let's talk about So 2018, they were basketball state champs at the 5A level.
Right.
2 years in a row at football in 2018 and 19. And then I believe they're state champs in wrestling last year.
I think that is correct.
And they maybe even favored this year as the state wrestling tournament kicks off, I think, today up in Portland. Crater Comets
have had baseball.
Baseball, 2018, head coach Jay Campbell.
Right. Crater's wrestling program under Greg Haga has always been competitive. I don't recall the last time that Crater took state, but I know it has been in the last
2017
few years. Yep. And then, of course, cross country, Crater, under Justin Loftus.
Justin Loftus, the godfather of cross country. 5 straight cross country state titles at the 5A level. But these are 2 powerhouses at the 5A level. Of course, Thurston dropped down from 6A to 5A some 5 years ago.
Probably shortly after Crater changed from 6A to 5A. I think maybe it been 2 or 3 years after, whenever the realignment was with classifications. So, the two schools similarly matched, similar winning traditions throughout their programs.
Those of you at home are picking up on the ambient bike. We are up here on the upper deck at Thurston High School, and there is a 25-member pep band here at Thurston High, and they are flat out good.
Yep, you'll get a chance to hear them some.
So they're jamming, and so Jason and I have a cute ear for the best band in the league, and boy, runners in that category. Eagle Point.
Eagle Point is always in there. Springfield.
Springfield Millers. And here are Thurston
Colts.
So maybe by the end of the evening, we'll let you know where our final vote ends. They've got 3 minutes on the clock here as they're recognizing what looks to be former athletes here at Thurston High School, possibly voted in Hall of Famers. While we have a break here before starting lineups, let's go ahead and just talk about a little bit about what the league records are here in the Midwestern League. Churchill has won the Midwestern League, yet with 2 games to play. They are 14-0. Crater is in second place firmly at 13-2. And then you just kind of got a mad dash here in the middle. Willamette's at 8-6, Springfield's at 8-6, North Eugene is at 7-8, and then Thurston here at 6-8, trying to battle in as well.
Well, and I would say right now among those bubble teams, Jeff, you got to give a little bit of an edge maybe to the North Eugene Highlanders with the way they're playing.
Thurston High School pep band killing it. The national anthem. We look up here to the right. Jason in the bleachers here in the upper deck. See a former Thurston player and Isaac Lang. Isaac Lang, of course, former Midwestern League Player of the Year as a junior. Came away with that state title in 2018. Made the all-tournament team.
Isaac Lang was always a dynamic, fun player to watch. He's continued his basketball career at Lane Community College. He's a Titan now.
Got starting lineups now for Coach Chris Schmerbach's Comets. And Nathan Biddle, number 32, the 6'11 junior, followed by Kruger Edwards, the 6'6 senior. Number 1, Braden Ray, the 5'8 junior. Jaden Brains, the 6-foot senior, and joined for the first time this season with Colton Brains, the 5'10 sophomore. Starting lineups for Coach Blaine Libator and the Colts, and that is senior and future gridiron player at the University of Nevada, and that is Grant Stark, wearing 00. Number 4, Alex Deller, again a senior guard. Number 10, Santino Stranieri, wearing, again, number 10. And then the all-state running back and cornerback, that is wearing number 15, Wesley Comer. And then lastly, number 23, that is Brendan Scott, the senior. So all seniors here on the floor for Coach Blaine Libator as we begin the contest.
Looks like we're starting off with Thurston shooting technical fouls, Jeff. I do not have any inside information, but I saw during warm-ups a number of the Comets dunking, and it seems like that's a rule that is not evenly applied, as sometimes the officials see the Comets or see teams dunking in warm-ups, and sometimes they apply technicals, sometimes they don't, so who knows.
Let's just make it up. Let's just say it's a uniform malfunction for the Comets, and it's a technical foul. 2 free throws for Scott. He sinks the second for a 1-0 lead before any clock has expired. Possession for the Colts. Here's Scott to Deller. Deller to Stranieri. Stranieri with a great game last week. He had 18. Comer, the all-state running back with the long hair and the white headband. Stark takes it off the hand and the chest as he's guarded by Biddle. Good ball movement here for Liberators Colts. Stark up with a hook shot brought down by the athletic Stranieri for an extra possession. The Comets in all white, trimmed with bright red. The Colts in all white, trimmed in bright red. Stolen away and picked up by Kruger Edwards. Turnover to the Colts. Here's an inlet pass from Colton Drains on the money to Nathan Biddle, and he turns around for the easy kiss off the glass for the 4-footer.
Wesley Comer was the first one down to defend Biddle as Stark was kind of making his way down the court. That's going to be a long night for Wesley Comer if he's tasked with defending 6'11" Biddle.
He's certainly strong enough to do it. He has varsity basketball experience the past 3 years. An air ball and another offensive rebound for the Colts. Kicked off the calf of Colton Drains. I have nightmares just watching that state final game of Thurston and with Comer with that club on his hand.
Apparently his hand is okay because he looks fine in basketball, but in football, hey, must have been an advantage to him.
Nice block by Kruger Edwards on Comer, picked up by Braden Ray.
Good defense as Comer tried a simple turnaround. Nathan Biddle tries his range from about 25 feet.
Smooth shot, hit the direct back of the rim and down through the net. A quick 5-1 lead for the Comets. Comets 2 of 2 on the night. Here's Stranieri. Athletically takes it in. Biddle gets a piece of that. Quick forward pass off the hands and feet of Ray, and a quick conversion for Stranieri. Ray just wasn't ready to handle that outlet pass.
No, he turned around just at the last moment and wasn't able to gather it in.
I think it was last year, Jason, we were here, and it was kind of a rough start, if I remember right, for the Comets.
It was. I remember Nathan Biddle, I think, among others, missed the first half due to some issues that Coach Schmerbach determined to sit them in the first half. And I believe Hunter Chubb was kind of the one who kept the Comets in the game in that first half. With Braden Ray got a nice offensive rebound and a putback.
Comets ended up losing that game. They did beat Thurston at home later on that year. And the Comets, of course, met them, the Colts, that is, up in Corvallis last year and won that 4th, 5th place game. Brains works his way into the lane, gives it up to Kruger Edwards. He powers his way in and gets a blocking call on Deller. So foul is called on the floor, so Comet possession underneath their basket. First team foul on the Colts. Into the game is number 3. And this is a player I know that you've seen before, Jason, and you really like. That's sophomore Jake Newell.
I'm a huge Jake Newell fan, Jeff. I think he is somebody that the Thurston Colts are going to rely on a great deal in the future. You've already seen them. I mean, they started their seniors. It is senior night, but Jake Newell is a big, strong, athletic sophomore. He moves well, and what I really like about him, Jeff, is he's got a really nice kind of mid-range game, which you don't see a lot of these days, but he's a good pull-up jump shooter.
Speaking of a jump shot, there's Santino Stranieri, and get used to his name down south, folks. He signed a letter of intent for a scholarship at Southern Oregon University, so he'll be a Raider He was a tight end and also a defensive back for the two-time defending state champs here at Thurston Colts.
Yeah, he was a good pickup for the Raiders. I think SOU is going to be happy with that young man.
Kruger Edwards on top of the key. Misses that shot into the hands of Stranieri. Also into the game is number 1. That's Miguel Perez, another sophomore. And he's going to be called for the travel.
So seeing a little bit of the future of the Thurston Colts here with Perez and Newell out there, Jeff. This is a team that's certainly in a rebuilding year compared to how they have been with Mason Miller and Isaac Lang now moving on into their college years. But this is a team that could still be tough next year.
Into the game for the Comets is Hunter Chubb wearing 4 and Malachi Grant wearing 15, both juniors, standing 6'1" and 6'3" respectively. Here's Biddle in that spot where he hit the early 3. Cross court to Grant, thinks about it, back to Biddle. He's going to pull up for a 15-footer and drain that. No iron whatsoever, all nylon for Nathan.
And that's a great developing part of Nate Biddle's game, Jeff. Again, that mid-range, that one dribble, pump fake, jump shot, very difficult to guard.
Grant Stark over Biddle. I believe Nathan got a piece of that one as well. Came up short, caught iron. Gobbles up the rebound now in the hands of Brains. Brains into the lane. Malachi Grant again with the thought. Passes off this time. Brains up hard off the back glass. 9-8 early here for the Comets. 3 minutes left first quarter. There's Jake Newell, the sophomore, who, for a sophomore, there's plenty of weight there. It would be a good way to go.
He's a big, strong kid. Yeah.
Legs, arms.
Yep, he's athletic. He's willing to go hard at the rim like that, even with Nate Biddle behind Malachi Grant. Newell, either maybe because he's too young and doesn't have the discretion, or he's just fearless, but took it right to the heart of it.
Biddle with a rebound on both misses there for Newell. Up to Chubb. He's got an open look. Ball comes out of his hands. He regathers it into Colton Brains off of the back iron. It's going to be picked up by Biddle in the lane, but no shot on the floor. Veteran referees up here in the Eugene area tonight. Inbounds comes to Biddle across the half-court line. Now to Grant. Colts in a man-to-man defense. This is Newell on Biddle. Double teamed with Stark behind him, and Biddle too hot of a pass and too high to Chubb. So I believe that's the second turnover now here in the first quarter for the Comets. Stranieri, fearless into the lane, goes up hard. Now Chubb on the fast break. Back to Chubb. He's got an open look. Doesn't take it. Brains has an open look. Doesn't take it. Colton Brains has an open look. Gets a pump fake up and short and tipped up by Stranieri nearly in. Malachi Grant is going to be fouled on the way up, and he's going to get a couple free throws.
Good work on the offensive boards from Malachi Grant.
Junior Grant with 1 of 2 now. 10-8. A minute 50 left here in the first quarter. Here's Perez with a lot of ball pressure by Braden Ray, and that's going to be a bump foul. So Referees calling it tight here both ways.
Yep, they are keeping it tight. And Colts have 4 team fouls now. Comets have 3.
Bill's Glass is a proud sponsor of Table Rock Sports. Bill's Glass has been in the industry leader, clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. As Comer goes up and in for 2 and knots the game at 10. Bill's Glass covering the full spectrum of glass from your vehicle to any room in your house. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. So on the floor for the Comets, Chubb, Colton Brains, Malachi Grant, Braden Ray, and Kruger Edwards. That's the drive into the lane from Brains, and he saw Braden Ray maybe cutting the wrong way, but that's another turnover. I'm not sure what Braden Ray's going to do with that ball underneath the hoop at that juncture.
Yeah, I don't know that was going to be positive, even if Braden would have been coming back the other direction.
It's way too easy for the football all-stater in Stranieri, as he just has a wide open lane that I could drive my, what do I have, an outback through.
Could have drove Wesley Comer through it again.
Yeah.
He was the one that did basically the same thing last time down.
Moved by Malachi Grant, works his way into the lane, and that's going to be a jump ball possession of the Comets.
And I think Coach Schmerbach was hoping to get a little bit of a breather for Nate Biddle going into the quarter. But as the Colts came down and got 2 easy layups without Nate in there, I don't think Coach Schmerbach can afford to not have him in there. And when Nate's not in, I think that that's when Kruger Edwards needs to take upon himself the job of protecting the rim.
Deller with the open look on the fast crate by the Colts, knocked away by Chubb off the knee of Braden Ray. So let's reset it here. Colts are up to 12-10 with 42 seconds left here first quarter. Pass goes into Comer. He's going to think about it, and he does. He actually gets the shot off over Biddle. Goes long. Now Colton Brains on the move up the left-hand side. Open man underneath.
Kruger Edwards.
Now he gets it
up
to him.
Yep.
Kruger goes up and gets contact by number 2. Is checked into the game. Let me check that. That is Nick Seidler, a junior. So, nice post up by Kruger.
Yeah, he did. Kruger made himself big, called for the ball, demanded the ball. He's got probably 4 or 5 inches on Seidler.
If I was in that post position, I just want that ball a little earlier, Jason.
Yep. I think Colton held on to it for a minute. He looked back. It looked like he was going to swing it back the other way before going back into it. Coach Schmerbach was telling him right afterwards, get him the ball.
.15 seconds now. Deller with the ball to Perez. A small lineup for the Colts. Perez hounded by Chubb. Chubb goes down. Ball knocked off the ankle of Perez with 4.4 seconds. As Biddle's length was able to tap that off of the ankle of Perez. So the Comets with 4 seconds here get the ball right in front of us. And the pep band into Brains now. Crosses half court with 2.5. And that's going to be a turnover as he is looking to Biddle in the corner as the buzzer expires. So on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Thurston Colts 12, Crater Comets 11.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
When it's lunchtime, it's crunch time. Crispy Crunchy Chicken. Located inside your local My Circle K is your new address for their delicious chicken sandwich on the go. When it's dinner on the run, it's kickback dinner deal time. 8 pieces of fried chicken or tenders, 2 large mashed potatoes, 4 biscuits, and 4 cookies for just $13.99. Get your crunch on today and try the best kept secret in fried chicken. Crispy Crunchy Chicken inside your local My Circle K.
And welcome back to Thurston High School here on TableRockSports.net. Jeff Lang alongside Jason Brewster. Score 12-11 at the end of the first quarter. completely different from the January 24th date at Crater High School, where the Comets took down the Colts by a score of, listen to this, 80-40.
So 80 means Crater was scoring 20 points per quarter.
That's correct.
And versus 10, Crater now has 11 points in this game, and the Colts 12.
Difficult place to win.
Game.
Miguel Perez in is blocked by Biddle
and by
into
the way,
the hands
Jeff,
of Raines.
Nate Biddle did a really nice job, not only blocking that shot, but keeping it in bounds. He kept that shot playable so Brains could keep it in, and then Brains found him. And I'm going to say it one more time, although that was a good pass and an assist, I would still prefer to see that pass come in from a corner, or not a corner, excuse me, from free throw line extended. I just think that's a difficult angle to make that pass.
Comets now on the move, a long pass up to Colton Brains. He's going to pass it to his brother Jaden up with the left hand and in. So 4 quick points and a timeout by Coach Blaine Libator with 30 seconds left. So let's go ahead and let's just keep it right here for these 30 seconds, Chelsea, if we can. But a dangerous place to play. I mean, we're at Thurston High School, 1,400 students. It's a bigger school. Trip up I-5. There's a great crowd on hand tonight. It's senior night, Jason.
Yep. The Comets have they've historically struggled playing here at Thurston.
And what would concern me if I was coaching this game, which I'm not, let's make that clear, but on that bench for Thurston Colts, you've got 3 all-state football players for the past 2 years. They're coming off 2 state titles. They've got pedigree to compete in no matter what sport it is. And so Comer and Stark and I apologize, Stranieri.
Stranieri, yes. Yep.
And then if you'll look up over your right-hand shoulder, Jason, is the whole offensive line for Thurston. They've all got their Letterman's jackets up there.
That's right.
All 5 of them staring at you like they want a piece of you. So
I was hoping they were staring past me, but you might be right on that.
Don't
Jeff.
make eye contact.
So
that's my advice.
That's an excellent point. I mean, you've got a team of basketball players here who may not be basketball players first, but they're winners. They know how to win, and they've got that attitude.
Steal by Biddle into the hands of Kruger Edwards, and the Comets get the ball, and that's a turnover on Jaden Brains, and a shot by the Colts and blocked off the elbow of Nathan Biddle off the glass. And that was Colt. He'll be shooting it here. He's just checked into the game for his first action, so welcome to the floor. Number 22, that's Noah Castile, a sophomore. So all the starters for the Comets on the floor. That's going to be early entry into the key, and earn another shot for Castile. Castile hit his first, missed his second, but Kruger Edwards just couldn't hold that left foot as he lunged into the lane.
Yeah, he was trying to call a false start on Jake Newell. Still messing with Newell a little bit. Newell flinched on him, and he fell in.
Brains works his way against Castile up over half court. Again, a huge student section here for the Colts on this Friday night. What better to do than come to a high school basketball game? Pass cut to Brains, back to Biddle. Slings it over to Braden Ray. Open look, doesn't take it. Good ball movement now. They get the ball reversal in the post into Biddle, and he's going to sail that into the 4th row over the head of the Thurston Colt bench.
So I like the idea of what I'm seeing from the Comets, Jeff, going inside out. Biddle again is posting up strong on the block. Going into him, he looked to reverse it and just, like you said, kind of sailed it over Edwards' head.
I love that play, that post entry from that side, and you sling it and you get that open shot. But here's Stark. He shoots the 10-footer 11 feet long, and that's going to be picked up by Edwards into the hand of Raines now. Raines looks to move across half court. Assesses
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them.
Welcome back to Thurston High School. Jeff Lang alongside Jason Brewster. Apologize for the technical duty. Many thanks and praises to Chelsea Brewster for getting us back up and running.
She was the only one that kept a calm head. Except for that guy, Nate Biddle, with a nice dish to a cutting Kruger Edwards.
Now, I've got to say, that's one of the better possessions that I've seen this season.
I'll say by far the best possession we've seen tonight, and I agree. Good entry pass to Biddle, and then Edwards just dove to the basket, and Biddle found him right at the right time.
And here's the Comets of old as they look to run. Edwards back to Vrains. Vrains off to the right, picked up by brother Jaden, up and in with his left hand. So quick 4 points here to open up the third quarter. What you missed with our technical difficulties is Colton Vrains took a player control foul here on the defensive end. You saw a monster, well, you didn't see a monster dunk by Nathan Biddle on a nice feed from Chubb coming down the lane, a two-hand rocker. As Stranieri now hits a three-pointer, a big one to keep the Colts within check. 29-22 here, start of the third quarter.
Nathan Biddle ended that first half with 15 points with a nice pass, as you were saying, Jeff, from Chubb as the first half was dwindling. And Chubb found Biddle cutting down the middle, through the key, and he just a thunderous dunk from Biddle.
Nice hesitation dribble by Vrains as he gets into that left side and easily lays it up and in for his fourth point of the quarter. Here's Comer. So back-to-back three-point shots by the two All-Staters. At halftime, the entire Thurston High football team was recognized at half court with their rings, celebrating back-to-back football championships. A nice round of applause for Crater, the semifinalist. Vrains trying to kick it to Biddle. That's a turnover. So Again, nice recognition for these Thurston Colts. Stranieri and Comer and Stark were all out there in their basketball uniforms with the rest of the football team in their Letterman's jackets. You don't see that
now, but this football team is all decked out in Letterman's jackets. Again, Stark using that big body, that long reach to get that jump hook shot over Biddle.
And they're all full of confidence here. Again, they're just recognized here into the crowd as Kruger Edwards drives into the lane. He'll kick it to his partner in crime and Biddle. Biddle picked up by Comer. That's going to be a jump shot off the glass. No good. Picked up by Edwards. Edwards finds the open man in Ray. A clean look from the top of the key. Nothing but. So a lot of offense here to start the third quarter. 8 quick points for the Colts. And if I'm counting right, I think that's 8 quick points for the Comets.
I've got 9 for the Comets. The Comets I had us at 25-19 at halftime, all Jeff. Right. So 9 quick ones for the Comets. Plus, I guess math says Braden Ray's 3 gives us an odd number, doesn't it?
Stranieri gets a lot of the rim. Doesn't get that one to go. Long up court to Jaden Vrains. No foul called. Vrains with his left hand misses that. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be an offensive rebound. Personal foul call on Kruger Edwards as Vrains missed the chipper underneath.
I like Kruger's aggressiveness there, Jeff, but that one would have probably just been wiser for him to go ahead and gather in that rebound, try and put it back up after landing rather than the follow-up dunk, which is what it looked like he was attempting to do.
Comer absolutely
he was
fearless.
Convinced that he was going to get that over Biddle.
And that's the fight that we're talking about here is these guys don't care.
Yep. It's a matter of toughness, confidence, and like I was saying, these guys, they're winners, and they just refuse to believe that they can be beat, especially here on their home court.
And here's Stranieri low, now to Stark. He'll kick it out, picked up by Chubb, knocked away by Kruger Edwards. That's going to be his second foul here within the last minute. Scorekeeper not keeping track of personal fouls up on the scoreboard, so I'm not quite confident. There we go. Shows it as his first foul, but I'm quite confident that's his second.
Yeah, I don't think in the first half we were seeing the number of fouls from the scorekeeper, Jeff. So apparently the scorekeeper is only going to keep track of the fouls for this half and fouls made this half. So that'll keep us all guessing.
34-27, 4:16 left, third quarter. Stark with his second free throw. Good rotation, hard off the back iron, cleaned up by Biddle. Here's Edwards now on the move into the corner to Colton Vrains. Edwards with the good look. And he'll choose to toss it into the hands of Comer. Comer with the outlet to his partner in crime. A nice dribble around by Stranieri. And it's 34-29 here at Thurston High. Edwards again, plenty of space. He'll toss it to Ray. A quick pass to Biddle underneath. And that's stolen away by the strong running back of Comer. Comer to Scott, and he's going to get all of Colton Vrains. And Vrains now picks up his second charge.
Brendan Scott, I think, had kind of a layup, and he stopped, lowered his shoulder, elbowed Vrains in the chest, and then decided to shoot it after he was under the basket.
We got a good one, folks. It's a full timeout. John L. Scott scoreboard reads the Comets 34, the Colts 29. We'll be right back.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
And welcome back to Thurston High School. Jeff Lang alongside Jason Brewster. 3 minutes, 33 seconds left to go. Chubb, Ray, Edwards, Jaden Brains, and Biddle. Here's Edwards right in front of us. He's got a clean look as Stark has given him all of that. Rebounded by Biddle. Biddle goes up and in over Comer. So a good 1 foot mismatch there with Biddle and Comer, and this time Biddle gets the better of it. Scott to Deller, into the elbow to Stranieri, back to Comer, now Deller into the lane. Scott in front of his own bench, cross court to Stranieri. He's got 3 threes tonight.
Comets are throwing a zone defense at the Colts.
Stark now on the baseline, underneath it to Comer. Comer gives a shiver to Kruger Edwards. Edwards gives one back, and that's going to be Comet basketball.
Coach Libator yelling instructions. We can hear him from across the court. It's specifically to Wesley Comer about how to defend Nate Biddle. Nate Biddle sent another sailing pass. Jaden Brains is looking at him like, how high do you think I can jump, Nathan?
That was a perfect pass into the hands of Dukowitz, the starter on the girls varsity squad, and she is in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth row. So a little too much juice on 3 of those passes tonight. I like the idea. I love the openness, and that's going to go off the foot of Braden Ray.
Yeah, it is. It's a great idea. Again, inside out. So many teams pinch down and collapse on Biddle, and he's a good passer. I mean, he's certainly got the right idea with that swing pass. Again, Newell, fearless.
Sophomore just, again, blocked off the wrist of Biddle here, but here's the Comets on the move aggressively. It goes Edwards to the hoop, and a nice push this time by the Comets.
And Jeff, we've said it before, when the Comets get out and run the court like that, the lanes open up, their passes are better, they tend to be, and they just find more success. Again, Newell fired that one over the basket, went after it hard. The officials said it was out on Newell, but I think he's about to get overruled on that. Biddle kind of wrapped around. I think Newell might have hit his left hand, which is why it went out, but at any rate, when we come back from a break, it'll be Thurston Colts ball.
The driver of the car that hit me is uninsured. Can I still make a claim? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
How long will it take to settle my car accident case? Oh, I know. LetUsFightForYou.com.
And welcome back to Thurston High School. The pep band jamming in front of us. For those of you that missed it or didn't hear, it was a tight one in the game before us. The Crater girls came away with a win barely. They score of 31-29.
And they just barely held off the Lady Colts. They were leading for, probably 4 or 5 minutes towards the end of the game, Jeff, 25-30. But the Biddle came across and blocked that one from Comer from clear across the key. But at any rate, the Lady Comets were able to hold off that late charge by the Lady Colts and come away with a 31-29 victory.
Comets were up 1 and had 2 free throws. They hit 1 of the 2 free throws. They're up 2, so the Thurston had it with 7 seconds left, but turned it over on the inbounds pass. And that kind of end of story. So Coach Scott Dipple moves his overall record to to 14-2 to end the Midwestern League. He'll finish in second behind Churchill. Overall record for the girls, 21-3, a very fine season and a lot to expect. Malachi Grant, there's a good pass
that
from
pass
Biddle,
was on the money.
right into the chest of Hunter Chubb.
And he threw it to the right person. Chubb can knock down those threes. Good to see Chubb get going. That's his first bucket of the night, Jeff, so he could use a few more assists from Nate Biddle.
Comer up fearless over Biddle. What I like about that last possession is Nate got that ball on the block, and then he turned where his chest was parallel with the baseline as a nice bounce pass to Biddle. He's going to be fouled and get a chance at a three-point play. A long pass from Jaden Vrains at the top of the key.
And what you were saying, Jeff, is the way he turned, he could see the entire court.
Right, and then he had the ball in his right hand, and his left hand was at elbow distance from his player. He had a clear vision to the left-hand side of the court, and he threw it on target.
The pass was just right on the money as Biddle completes the three-point play.
35 seconds left here. Third quarter, Deller drives himself into trouble. Now Newell into trouble. A bounce pass into Comer. He hit one from this spot just a moment ago.
Yes, he did.
Malachi Grant and Comer go at it. Now Stranieri. A lot of contact from Brains. No call there. In the corner, Deller doesn't want it. Comer. 8 seconds left.
Sticking in this 2-3 zone defense. Comer just throwing bodies around.
Newell's going to get an open look. A good last possession for the Colts, but they can't convert. So the Comets extend the spread to 13. The score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. The Comets 44 and the Colts 31. We'll be right back for the fourth.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back to Thurston High School, TableRockSports.net, our last regular season game of the year. Comets looking forward to a home playoff game on Saturday, March 7th. Those folks unfamiliar, rankings will freeze as Stranieri goes up, misses it, cleaned up by Biddle. Now on the move is the Comets. Here's Jaden Vrains quickly up the left side. Up to the left hand, misses that chipper. Here's Stranieri now. He's going to work to the other end. A long pass to Newell is going to be a turnover. Both teams streaking up and down. Again, the rankings will freeze at 10 p.m. on Wednesday, March 4th at the 5A level. 16 teams will then be bracketed, 16 against 1, 15 against 2, and so on. The Midwestern League will get 4 teams in, possibly a 5th, as Biddle takes a long 22-footer, hard, picked up by Perez. They're all vying for those 8 spots in Corvallis starting on Wednesday, March 11th, 12th, and 13th as Jake Newell gets every little piece of the rim and gets that to go on the three-point shot. Vrains, Grant, Vrains, Ray, and Biddle. Ray with the open look, barely off target. Perez now with it, into traffic, up to Newell. Newell absolutely fearless, runs into 2 Comet players and throws it off Malachi Grant.
I'm not sure what Newell's plan was there, Jeff. Both Grant and Biddle got planted. And he really needed to do something other than just plow into the two of them. But the officials did not see a foul either direction, so play on.
Stranieri with a nice inbounds play. Offensive rebound by Newell, picked away by Eaton. Eaton back to Vrains now. Vrains going to slow it down. As he crosses half court, picked up by Stranieri. Edwards, Stark on him. Colton Vrains against Perez. Six minutes left now, fourth quarter. The spread is 10, 44-34.
It's just comfortable running a little bit of time off the clock. Kruger Edwards with a baseline jump shot.
Battle for the rebound by Grant, up in the hands of Perez, and who else? Santino Stranieri, very athletic. Goes in up for another two. He's got to be the leading scorer for the Colts tonight.
He is indeed. Stranieri with 13 points for the Colts. Nate Biddle resting on the bench right now, but he's got 20 points to lead the Comet scorers and all scorers.
Vrains works his way into the lane, passes it off. Close, no cigar for Kruger Edwards. So two tough shots for the 6'6" senior. Newell quickly down, is hammered by the Comets, and he's going to get a couple of free throws here. 4:54 left, fourth quarter. The spread is 8 with two charity free throws coming for Newell. Elsewhere in the Midwestern League tonight, Springfield is traveling and taking on Eagle Point. Churchill is on the coast taking on North Bend. And maybe an interesting matchup where Willamette travels down to Ashland, who's been hot as of late.
Yes, and again, Ashland certainly out of the running for the postseason, Jeff, but Willamette is one of those teams on the bubble, and every game counts right now for Willamette, Thurston, North Eugene. Who was the other bubble team you remember?
Springfield.
Springfield, yep.
Castile into the lane, sinks two, so a three-point possession there for the Colts. Draws the lead down to 5. Back into the game is Biddle and Chubb.
Sophomore Newell working hard on defense. Biddle sealed him, but again, Kruger Edwards passing from the top of the key like that. It's just a difficult pass to make, even to Nathan Biddle, who, as far as interior players you want to pass to, has got to be at the top of the list.
Open shot for the Colts. That's Nick Seidler. The junior comes up long off the hands of Castile. Going to stay in Comet possession. Set play here now for the Comets. Vrains to Biddle, Biddle to Ray. Kruger Edwards out top. Chubb uses the screen into the hands of Biddle now. Back to Vrains. Vrains drives in, finds the open Ray. Here's Chubb. He's open. He'll take it. Nothing. Battled by Biddle. Hard into the lane is Kruger Edwards. He gets all of Castile and sends him into the padding and gets that bucket to go. So a nice save by Biddle on the shot by Chubb. And a good aggressive take.
It was. It's good to see that Kruger Edwards back after that game in Churchill where Kruger just wasn't himself, frankly.
Well, what I like to see is, Kruger's taken the last 4 field goals for the Comets, making this last one. So what I love is he's still taking those shots. They're all great shots.
Yes.
Just not going at the moment, but that one he does get to go. A pivotal three-point play.
And Kruger needs to be taking shots. He's a senior. He's one of the leaders on this team. And again, when Nate Biddle is being covered by 2 or 3 guys at the same time, it means there's an opening. Comer taking that same elbow shot.
Instructions from Coach Schmerbach now with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left. Brains, he's got space on Castile, so he's content to dribble. He's going to go in with his left hand. A lot of body contact right in front of the referee. No foul.
That's 8 points for Jaden Brains tonight. 8 points for Kruger Edwards. Again, 20 points still for Biddle.
Folks, stick with us for the My Circle Game post-game report. Immediately after this game ends, we're going to try to get a Comet player up here in the upper deck here at Thurston High to interview and tell us a little bit about the season, the game themselves. So the My Circle Game post-game show immediately following the game. A long pass from Brains off of the fingertips of Biddle and then the glass. So the turnover. Here's Seidler. Now Perez back to Seidler. In a nice pass to Newell. Newell and up and over the outstretched arms of Biddle. And a timeout for Coach Blaine Livitor. And he's thinking about it. Is it 30? Is it a 60? Score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. The Comets 49, the Colts 41. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos. Hey, Carlos. You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
I found him to do it right here.
There you go.
Welcome back to Thurston High School, folks. 2 minutes, 16 seconds left on the scoreboard. 49-41. It's been a tight matchup. Wouldn't have expected anything less from these seniors here on senior night. Hard-fought contest by Stranieri and Stark, Comer alike. Keeping it close here with the number 3 ranked Comets. Comets are ranked 3rd, for those of you that are wondering, at the OSAA level. They're ranked 2nd in the coaches poll around the state. So a couple different rankings. The one that matters is the OSAA rankings. Nice pass from Biddle into Jaden Brains. He can't get that to go. Comes down into the hands of Miguel Perez. So he threads the needle on that pass, but he just can't get it to convert. There's a long pass to Chubb. He's got it in the corner. And Coach Schmerbach, I think, calls a timeout. Yes. So I believe that's a 30-second timeout. Maybe we'll keep it right here. And we'll just chat a little bit about this. So 49-41, a minute 34 left to go as the pep band gets ready to rock right in front of us. Huge student section over to the right of us. Senior night here at Thurston High School. Crater Comet girls came away with the win 31-29 in a tough nail-biter contest.
It was a difficult game for the Comets, and again, Thurston Colts, they're just tough on their home court, whether it's the Lady Colts or the Colts here tonight. Again, their football team was here in force. It's Friday night, so you've got the student body section here. I mean, it's just it's a tough gym to come out of with a win. So if the Comets can hang in there here for the next minute and 34 seconds, a win's a win.
Inbound pass into Biddle, picked up by Comer, right in his grill. Perez is going to immediately foul Jaden Brains. Only 2 team fouls on the Comets, 4 team fouls now. What would be 5 on the Colts?
The Colts need a couple more fouls before they're going to be able to put Comets on the line.
So again, folks, stick with us for the My Circle Game post-game show. Immediately after this, we're going to have a Comet player, and it's going to be that guy, Mr. Biddle. He's going to come and join us after the game. It's a nice pass from Biddle as he dumps it off to Kruger Edwards as he finger rolls that in and gets another look at a 3-point play. So a good finish to the game for Edwards and Biddle.
Yeah, that's we've seen that a couple of times tonight. 2 of the best passes of the game, in my opinion, Jeff, are Biddle to Edwards as Edwards is streaking towards the basket. Nathan doing a nice job of finding Edwards, hitting him at the right spot, the right time.
Up and in by Kruger. Lead is 11 now. Nearly a minute left in this one. Ball tipped away by Kruger Edwards. He's now on the move. He's going to go up hard and throw it down with his right hand. Perez went for the steal, and Kruger Edwards went Statue of Liberty over him and threw it down hard with her right hand.
Nice second half from Edwards. Got a backcourt violation as Stark jumped from the backcourt to the front court and was in the air when he caught it. So I think that was the correct call. So Kruger Edwards, 1 point in the first half, 12 in the second half, Jeff.
All right.
And a nice game for Kruger. Looks like Newell's going to get called for an off the ball foul on Nate Biddle. Biddle was cutting back door, and Newell just kind of gave him a forearm shiver.
You know, Coach Blaine Libator is going to find a way to get some recognition here for his senior players. They're all on the court currently.
That's right.
Good rotation up by Biddle and in. Lassiter checks in for Chubb as Biddle nails both three-pointers. 40 seconds left. Comer back to Scott. Gets the screen from Stark. Comer in the corner, rebounded by Biddle. A long pass to Jaden Brains. He thinks about it. He does. And he passes it, and that's turned over. He saw the trailing Lassiter. Just a decision that he'd like to have back. Maybe that's the best way to put that one.
Yep. I think Jaden would have taken that one back if he could. So the Thurston Colts, although this is senior night, remember this is not their last regular season game.
3 seconds left there. Stranieri hits that one in the lane, and that's going to do it on the John L. Scott scoreboard. It's the Crater Comets 56, the Thurston Colts 43. Again, we'll be right back here in a minute or two with Nathan Biddle. He'll be our Southern Oregon Sports Commission player of the game. We'll have a chat with Nathan here high above the court at Thurston High. We'll be right back. TableRockSports.net.
Your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Hey, and welcome back to Thurston High School. Jeff Lang alongside Jason Brewster, and this is junior Nathan Biddle joining us for the first time this season. What's up with that?
Yeah, I know. We should have had you up sooner. It must be the Crumble Cookie Award. We'll get you some more of those.
Truth be told, that Nathan could have been up here every night of the season. He's had a banner year. So we're glad to have you here for the final regular season game of the night. The Comets came away with the win, 56-43, moved their overall record to 18-6, league record to 14-2. I'm having a hard time hearing. I don't know about you guys. This band is awesome. But Nathan, glad to have you. You talked to us just a little bit about what the game plan was coming into tonight.
Coming in tonight, Coach said that we can't look back at Churchill's loss. He said we got focused on this game and just come out and win this game. And, we just had to stop their main shooter, which was number 10. I think he got a couple off on us, but for the most part, we stopped them. So that was good, and I think we just came out and executed the plays that Coach wanted us to execute.
You guys,
let's talk about that offensively, Nathan. What is Coach Schmerbach asking of you particularly, and then from your team generally?
He's asking me to establish my position in the post first before I shoot outside shots, and then just working off that, catching the post, people double, then just throwing it to the guy cutting, and then I have two shooters open in either the wing or also the corner. So just working on that in practice, and we'll start doing on balls with me and everything. So just everything like that.
How's the feeling of the team right now? This is your last regular season game. You're going into the postseason. Where do you feel like the Comets are right now as a team?
I still think we got room for improvement. We're going to come back this next week for practice hard, get after it, and just get prepared for our playoff game, and then hopefully win that and move on. But, right now we're not looking past our playoff game. That's a big game that we have to win. So just paying attention to that game and practicing hard all week.
And looking forward to winning that game, of course, and moving on to Gill Coliseum. You've now played there 2 years in a row. This hopefully would be the third year. What are some memories that you have of Gill Coliseum thus far in your young career?
Taking, I forgot what place we took, but, taking those places and then also setting records there and everything like that. I think that's a good part of what I've done.
You got some fond memories of Gill Coliseum, you're saying.
We're here with 6'11", five-star recruit. This is Nathan Biddle. Nathan, not to get too personal here, but you remember back in 8th grade you played morning ball with us. You remember that time I just swatted you into the bleachers, right?
We all have fond memories of those days, don't we?
That time I hit the back fadeaway three on you when you're in 7th grade.
Yeah, that's right. And then something happened between 8th grade and 9th grade. All of a sudden, Jeff and I were no longer allowed to guard him. Only his dad, Ryan, was big enough to guard the guy, and now nobody can guard him in the morning. His dad still thinks he can, though. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
But he can't, can he?
No, he can't. No.
Hey, while we've got you here, Nathan, can you talk a little bit about, and again, not to look past the postseason. I know there's still a lot of basketball to be played, but, you play for Under Armour's West Coast Elite. Tell our viewers a little bit about what the Under Armour program's like, what you do as soon as the basketball season ends, because it's kind of unique for, I think, what a lot of us are used to.
Yeah, so right after season, I think the very next weekend I'm catching a flight to LA, getting prepared for AAU, start practicing, and then, AAU games on, that's like probably the toughest competition besides high school basketball. Just going against other 5-star, 4-stars and great teams, and just being able to play also with the best players is kind of a cool experience from LA.
And what types of places do you have tournaments when you're playing with the UA circuit or in the AAU during the spring and summer league?
I know we go to Atlanta, Georgia, but I don't really know the other places yet. Okay. I haven't really looked, so.
You go wherever they send you, huh?
Yeah.
But essentially, my point being, Nathan travels really all around the country when he plays in AAU, as opposed to some of us who are used to going a little bit up and down I-5 or maybe to Grants Pass. So it's a little bit different program what Nathan does.
Is there anybody out there on Table Rock Sports you want to give a shout-out to?
Probably my dad if he's watching this right now at home.
Oh, that's just all right. That's nice. Well, hello, Ryan. Is your grandpa here tonight? Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
I can still see him.
I saw Bill over there, and
Okay.
I know for a fact that your dad is watching this game tonight, Nate.
Yeah.
So good thing for the shout-out. I don't know that there's anybody in your life that has done more to help you accomplish the things you have in basketball than your dad. Maybe your mom.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, well, we're proud of you. We got a lot of things to look forward to, Nathan. We appreciate you coming up here. This is Southern Oregon Sports Commission Player of the Game. This is I almost called you 5'11". This is 6'11" junior Nathan Biddle. We'll be right back here on TableRockSports.net.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
All right, welcome back to Thurston High School. Glad to have Nathan Biddle with us, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission Player of the Game. Comets come away with a win, 56-43, run their overall record to 18-6, their league record to 14-2. They finished second in the tough Midwestern League Conference to Churchill, who's ranked number 1. Comets look to hope to get another shot at them down the line. Last thoughts about the game, Jason?
Well, it was a tough game tonight. I don't think it was exactly what Coach Schmerbach was wanting to see for their fine-tuning going into the postseason. But, again, a win in Thurston is a good win. I think no matter how you cut it, Jeff, they grinded it out really with a Thurston team that is physically tough. You know, they may not have the kind of athletes or the size they did with Mason Miller and Isaac Lang, but those football players were out here playing football and well. So I think it's a good win for them. They did. They absolutely kept them in the game. Yeah. They ran. They played hard defense, and it was a tough Thurston team tonight.
Many highlights for me. One is the pep band here at Thurston High School. They're outstanding. So I want to thank everybody for watching today's broadcast. Be sure and download the free TableRockSports.net app. We'd like to thank, of course, Thurston High School for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net. Special thanks to both head coaches, Blaine Libator and Chris Schmerbach. Our next Table Rock Sports production will be on Friday and Saturday night. That's playoff action for the Crater girls and the Crater boys. Again, we hope you enjoyed this free broadcast made possible by our sponsors. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, the Comets 56, the Colts 43. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports with our producer, Chelsea Brewster. Jason Brewster, I'm Jeff Lang, saying thanks and good night from Thurston High School.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls offers a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery, wisdom teeth removal, general anesthesia, dental implants, and much more. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 541-779-3781.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.